morning, everybody. It's Shelly. Welcome to my live video for the morning. I didn't do a video yesterday because I went to the bins and I just was struggling with something to talk about. And I wanted to go to the bins, which if you don't know what the bins are, I'm a clothing reseller. And the bins are the Goodwill outlet and they sell everything, well, most everything by the pound. So when you get over 25 pounds worth of goods in your cart, it's $1.29 a pound. So I think I had like 43 pounds with tax. It was like $52 or something. I don't know. Anyways, I've got 3 IKEA bags full of amazing stuff to list, and that is my job. So today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction, deliberate creation. So what are you seeing and how are you feeling about what you're seeing? And so that goes for everything in your life. The deliberate creation, that basically just means, what are you putting your focus onto? Are you focusing on all the chaos and the strife in the world, or are you focusing on all the solutions and the challenges and the fun in the world? So you have to decide if you're going to be a fun seeker or if you're going to be a hate seeker. I don't know. There's a lot of chaos in the world right now. There's always a lot of chaos in the world. There always is. You can always find drama. You can always find things to be pissed about. You can always find things to be frustrated about. You can always find things to be hopeless about. But flipping that, you can always find things to be excited about. You can always find things to be abundant about. You can always find things to love about. So that's what that's the point of this video. Like, what do you see when you're out in the world, or when you're watching TV, or when you're in front of your computer? What do you see? And how do you feel when you see it? Because those things are huge. And I'm not just saying like what you see with your eyes, although that's how we take in our world. I'm just talking about, like, what do you see? Do you see the love? Do you see your neighbors helping other neighbors because they're bringing in their garbage cans? Or are you focused on the guy that never brings his garbage can in and how frustrated you are? Like, maybe he doesn't have time, or maybe he hurt himself. Wouldn't that be cool if you brought his garbage can back for him? I'm saying that because I just heard one of my neighbors' garbage cans rolling around. But like, that's what I'm talking about. Those little things. Like, if you're driving, do you get frustrated because other people won't let you in? Or do you look for people to let in front of you? You know, a lot of people get in that mindset when they're driving, and I'm one of them. I'm not letting anybody in. Like, if they couldn't get in back there, screw them. But I've also been in those situations where there's been road construction and I'm going somewhere I've never been before, so I'm following my navigation on my iPhone, and I've named her Marva, the voice on my iPhone navigation. She tells me to get in the right-hand lane, and then when I get in the right-hand lane, there's signs saying this lane ends, and then there's big arrows, but there's already this huge line. So I have to, hi Jenny, hi Katie. That's Katie. Let me make sure. Yes. Jeez. So I had to wait for somebody to let me in. So I was that person. I wasn't that person because I was a jerk. I wasn't that person because I wanted to get in line before the other people. I was that person because I was a little bit lost, and then I was like, oh crap, I can't go any farther. So it just, you know, the people that let me in, I gave them a wave. I thanked them. Like, I don't know if they were back there being pissed off because, you know, number one, I'm in the coolest car in the whole city, so that might frustrate people. But I hope it doesn't. I hope it makes them happy to see. I don't know. I get really happy every time I see it. I really have to stop talking about my car. It's just, I'm still so excited about it. It's still so much fun. It's still so cool. And like I said before, I was so happy with my minivan. We were just talking about that the other day. I still miss my minivan. I drove that car for 16 years. I still absolutely, oh, Jenny, you're writing stuff. I gotta see what you're writing. No, you don't. Well, the reason I'm saying that is because I mention it in almost every single video, and I'm sure that people are going, okay, Shelly, enough. We know about your car. But anyways, this is just about deliberate creation, which is taking your happiness into your own hands and deliberately creating a life that you want. And the best way to do that is to start looking and seeing and feeling better. And I always say that the little path to that is thinking, feeling, and acting better. So you think something better. So you're in traffic and somebody wants in, and your knee-jerk reaction is, I'm not letting this jerk in. He should have got in the other lane way back there. And then you can rethink that and go, no, wait a minute. I'm doing better. I'm being nicer. I'm seeing things better. I don't know what his purpose is, and I don't really care, because two wrongs don't make a right, and he might just be lost, and I'm going to let him in. And then how does it feel when you let him in? Does it feel frustrating because how dare he cut in line like that? Or does it feel good? I just helped this guy out. Whether he's trying to get in line first or whether he's lost and you just helped him out, it should feel good because you're helping him on his journey. And then how you act is you let him in, and you let him in knowing that you did that for a good reason. And that's how life works. Like, that's how this whole thing works. You think, you feel, and you act better. So when you think something, when you're watching the news and you're like, oh, you know, everything's so screwed up, they're going to do all these recounts, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I really don't have any control over that. I had one little piece of control of that, and that was my vote. And whether I voted or not, that was on me. And all of the people that are involved are doing their jobs, maybe, maybe not, but still, I can't control that. So I'm going to stop worrying about it. And so I'm going to feel better about it and go, you know what? It's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen, and everything happens for a reason. And whether he stays in or whether he goes in to the White House, new things will happen and shifts will happen, and it'll all work out. And then you feel better because you're like, I'm not pissed off because I just watched the news. I feel so much better. Hi, Pam. So you just, you think, you feel, and you act better. And how you feel about anything is an indication to where you are in line with where you really want to be. If you think about, I really want to do this as a business, or I really want to, you know, eat better, or I really want to meet better people, and in that thought you get frustrated, that's your feeling. So you know, I'm not in line with all of that. So what can I do? What action can I take to think and feel better so I can act better? So if it's like, I want to be around better people, and every morning you go into the break room at work and you're listening to everybody gossip, and it's just, you know, and you get involved in it, and you're like, oh yeah, I heard what she said. And then you're like, you leave that going, I just hate when I give in to all of that. So you think, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Instead of going into the break room, I can go walk around the building and get some fresh air and exercise. So you do that. And then maybe there's some other people that are out there walking around the building that you really don't talk to because they're already always walking around the building and they're not sitting in the break room gossiping. So that feels better. So there it is. You're already meeting better people that are more like-minded, like people that would rather be out walking and breathing fresh air than being in the break room and consuming all of this, negativity. So you can do that. You can decide on the breaks, I'm just going to sit at my desk or my station or whatever, and or go out in my car, and I'm just going to listen to something positive on my phone on YouTube, and I'm going to drink my tea, or I'm going to read. Like, you have choices in every situation. Every situation, you have choices to do something better, to think, feel, and act better. It's just a matter of turning it into habit. After you decide, hey, instead of going to the break room every day at break, I'm going to take a walk, or I'm going to go sit in my car, or I'm going to go, whatever, I'm going to go do something different. After a week or two of that, it becomes habit. And then you're just like, oh, that's just what I do. And then the other people will be like, hey, I haven't seen you in the break room. Oh yeah, I'm working on some other stuff, so I'm just going to be doing my own thing on my breaks. And if they get upset about that, then that's on them. That's not on you, because you're doing something better. So I hope that makes sense. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, so you have to pay attention. In order to deliberately create a better life, you have to pay attention to what these habits are. Because honestly, the whole law of attraction method is about changing your habits, changing your thoughts, changing your feelings, and changing your actions. If you think that you can do your meditation and then go out and be pissed off and hateful and lackful in the world, and then you're upset because you're not seeing any changes, because you're not changing, you're just doing a little meditation, and then you're just going out there and doing the same thing. You've got to change things. Change the way you drive to work. Change the way you get ready in the morning. You usually get up and make coffee, get up and meditate and then make coffee, or get up and get in the shower and then make coffee. Some of us, that's not an option because we need our coffee right away. But you know what I mean? Like, you can totally change your way of doing things. And just in doing that, you start to change habits, and you start to rewire scientifically, you rewire your brain when you start doing things differently. Because your brain has to then go, oh, whoa, we're not just doing this out of habit, we're creating these new habits. So, you can write things down if that helps. You can, do a little message. You can do a vision board. Vision boards help tremendously, because when you start falling into that, frustration and lack, you can look at your vision board and go, oh yeah, I have plenty of money, and I have a great body, and I'm married to a great person, and I have great friendships, and I work at a great job. And you get back into that, and then you get excited about it, and you feel better. So feelings are huge. You have to feel good, and you're not going to feel good every moment. You're going to get frustrated, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to get into the habit of not living there and bringing yourself back to feeling better. So instead of you having a bad day because something happened, you have a bad hour, or you have a bad 10 minutes, or instead of having a bad week, you have a bad day. You just scale it back, and pretty soon you're like, oh, I'm so upset because my car got a flat tire. And then you pull back and go, oh yeah, I got a flat tire, but that really nice guy helped me out, or I was able to call my husband, or the tire shop came immediately, and it all worked out great. And at the tire shop, oh, there's a fire engine going down my road. I'm Mrs. Kravitz, in case you didn't know. Where's he going? Anyways, you're at the tire shop, and you meet like somebody that could be a potential client, or someone who can help you out with your social media, or, you find out they're hiring and your nephew needs a job. Like, all this stuff just melds together when you're doing better, when you're thinking, feeling, and acting better. Things start coming together, and that's where the magic happens. Just like things start coming together negatively when you're just like, I don't have any money, everybody sucks, everything is chaotic, and then you turn on the news and you look at your bank account and people are yelling at you in the store, and you're like, yep, there it is. The same thing happens when you flip it and do things positive. Then you start seeing, like, you turn on the TV and you're like, I'm not going to watch the news. I'm going to watch something inspirational. And you find a documentary and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I want to go to Thailand, you know, or you go to the store and the checker is just super nice and all the other patrons are being super sweet. And, you know, it's just like comes back to you. So no matter what you're putting out there, it comes back to you. Hi, Holly. Hi, John. So I'm going to end with that. It's 15 minutes of me rambling on about thinking, acting, and feeling better. Thinking, feeling, and acting better. So just pay attention to what you see and how you feel about it. And if you don't like how you feel about it, change what you see. Change what you're focusing on. Change what you're doing. Change your routine. Make it better. That's what it's about. And then your life becomes better and it just starts flowing in. Oh, thank you, Holly, for tagging somebody. So you can watch the replay of this because I'm going to go now. You guys all have a great day. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. And I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye. Oh, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Bye.